actually records this time, unlike last time. All right, we are.
All right.
As we're recording.
Hello, welcome. Thank you for being live on the Zoom. We had a crazy awesome month in March. There were 31 people in the Circle of Excellence. 31. Wow. That's a record, in case you're wondering. That's amazing. And I was going to do a live, but might as well just cover it quickly now. There's a lot of questions last month about Circle of Excellence. Anyone can earn Circle of Excellence. Doesn't matter if you are senior stylist, director, executive, BQ stylist, anyone can earn Circle of Excellence. You do not have to promote to earn it. It's 2 new team members and $1,000 in sales. The team members do not have to BQ in that month. Just 2 new team members and $1,000. And the cash starts at $75 for BQ stylists and senior stylists, and it goes up from there. And you can also earn an additional $50 per team member when and if and when they do BQ. So you can earn, honestly, unlimited dollars if you enroll. The more people you enroll that BQ, the more $50 rewards you get. So it doesn't matter if you rank up or have a promotion that month. It's just 2 new people and $1,000 in PV. So just to clear that up, because there was lots of people that thought you had to like hit a promotion or something to be able to earn it, or that they had to BQ. And when I was going through stats for last month, I saw a few people with their team members, but they were like $180 away from the 1,000, or maybe they had 1 new team member and they're well over 1,000. So not to say they weren't trying, but just I see that and I'm like, oh, they were so close. So just to make sure everybody knows that that's for everyone. So we had lots in the Circle of Excellence, 192 new team members, which is like a big record. I don't remember what our previous record was. I know that it blows it away. I know lots of people probably did join for the discount, and that's okay. It takes all kinds to make up a team. But you never know, they may do a little more here and there, and you never know who may become a customer of theirs that may want to also join. Just see where the road takes us. So we do have a guest. She's going to be on about 8:45, so I'll just go here for 5 minutes or so, then Jenna can do her part. So anyway, just congrats on an awesome March. I could go on and on and on about how amazing it was, but you guys were there. So, and plus we have leaderboards to put up still, but I'm going to talk a little bit about incentives and how we can use incentives and recognition as a recruiting tool. Often we want to post things in our team page when we get a gift from an upline, or if someone in our downline does something amazing. And honestly, you can use those on your personal page or on their personal page. So if I wanted to recognize Jenna for something, I would go right to her page and put it on her own wall, so that everyone on her friends list and that follows her is going to see that she's getting recognized for a job well done. And that just kind of is one more layer, one more seed planted for someone that is in Jenna's network, that sees that, oh, like, that's cool, my boss never does that. Or maybe they stay at home and they're like, that would be fun, to get rewarded or recognized for things. Some people are very recognition driven and they really enjoy the recognition. So that might be really exciting to them to see that Jenna's getting publicly recognized for her hard work. When you get a prize or earn an incentive, take a picture and share that on your own wall or in your stories or both. It's great to have the thank you posts in the team page, but it's even more powerful for you to share it on your own feed, to have other people that aren't like, we all know in the team page, and it's awesome. It is amazing for other stylists to see it and be like, oh, that's cool. What did she win that for? Or maybe I'll win it next time. That's a really great thing for us all to see. But even more powerful would be to post it where everyone that's not on our Color Street team to see. So they see that you get awesome gifts. Like, so it took me a long time to figure out what my love language is, but I think gifts is one of mine. And I think it is because I really love getting gifts for people, and I love sending gifts, and I love getting mail. Like, I love getting mail. It's one of the highlights of my day, which is sad, maybe a little, I don't know, but I love getting mail, and it would be really cool. Like, that would be something, if I saw that on someone's wall, that they got a gift or any kind of little package or a card or a note, like it wouldn't even have to be a gift. If they got something in the mail, I'd be like, what are they doing? Like, how do I get things in the mail? I want to get things in the mail. So remember that we can utilize our personal feed and our team's feed. When you get a prize from an upline, tag them as well. Just use that, because it's a big oh, Megan's on here. It's I'm losing my train of thought. It's a huge recruiting tool for people to see, and maybe they won't join on that one, but maybe they'll see it again later. And the more they see it, the more they're intrigued and want to know what you're doing so that they can get the same. So just remember that we can use that. That's, just as powerful as doing a business blessing post, just as powerful as saying, hey, this is awesome, join my team. You're saying it, but in an intriguing way, in a way that makes them want to know what you're doing. So that's my spiel. Megan, do you want to go next since you're on, and then since you're on and ready and rocking the 80s look?
Sure. Hi, everyone.
Well, let me introduce you quick. This is Megan Haskins. Megan is also a senior executive director, and not that anybody probably knows anymore, but presidential circle member, which just means she's awesome. She's got multiple executives on her team, and she is the M in BAM. If you're familiar with the BAM party, Megan is the M in BAM, so she knows her stuff when it comes to parties and hosts, and we're super excited to have her on here, sharing any knowledge she will with us. So go ahead, Megan.
Thank you, Ashlyn. I am totally like 80s up. Obviously, I had a lot of fun with the announcement today.
Love it.
So much fun that I'm actually at Angelique's house right now, and Becky is here too. So Angelique and I live about an hour away, but we live in St. Louis. Becky lives in Nashville. And she happened to be traveling to Missouri today. So we made a point to get together. We had all of our team Zoom scheduled tonight, coincidentally. And so I've gone live with my team. We did Angelique's team Zoom. Becky is downstairs right now on her team Zoom. And Tracy is actually training Becky's team right now downstairs. And I'm up in Angelique's beautiful office and coming to talk to you guys. So my goodness, I feel like I've talked so much today that my head's going to fall off, but it's a great day. It's Monday. It feels like happy hour. It feels, I've got a little margarita. I'm dressed up like I'm going to go to an 80s party. Like, it feels like a Thursday night. And so when work is this much fun, why don't you want to do anything possible to keep doing it? I left the house and I was like, I've got a meeting. I got to go. And my daughter's like, where are you going? And I was like, oh, do you like my outfit? And she was like, yeah, why don't you buy clothes for me like that? Which is hilarious because this style is totally coming back. My daughter's 10 years old and she's wanting me to buy her mom jeans and dad jeans. Like, what are dad jeans, those that have teenagers might know what I'm talking about, but apparently it's all coming back. And in fact, she had me buy classic Reeboks the other day when we went shopping. So whatever. But anyway, I'm here today to talk to you guys about hostess flipping. So how many of you guys have heard the hostess flipping training? I did one for Tuesday training once. In fact, it might be in the app. Raise your hand if you've heard the hostess flipping training before, or if you're like, what is hostess flipping? What is hostess flipping?
Hostess flipping training. I don't know if I've listened to yours.
Okay, I did one with corporate, but I'm bringing it right here to you guys. And what's cool about this is since we're on a Zoom, we can talk a little bit. So I can ask you guys some questions once I kind of go through the steps that it takes. So what hostess flipping is taking your hostess and turning them into a stylist, right? It's simple as that. I'm going to take these off because I see a lot of glare. It's taking your hostess and offering them the opportunity, turning that sale into a BQ stylist who has just enrolled on your team. But we're going to rewind a little bit. Take your mixtape, put the pencil in, and rewind it. Okay, so we're going to rewind a little bit. The flipping has got to start with your mindset, because there's going to come a time where you've got a party and you're like, oh, this is going to be a really good party. I really need the PV because I really need to BQ this month, and this is my only shot. That, my friends, is a scarcity mindset. Okay. You have got to know that this PV that you have, if you give it away to your friend who's hosting a party for you, it's going to come back to you tenfold. Okay. So never, ever, ever hesitate giving away sales as for presenting an opportunity for somebody else to get those sales. Okay. Teaching them, training them up to duplicate the behaviors that you want them to do is going to come back to you. So it all starts with your mindset. And I know you guys have probably had mindset trainings, just drilled, but it really everything boils down to mindset. And giving is the secret to abundance. You hear it. How many of you guys go to church? You hear it, right? If you tithe, it comes back to you. If you give, even the widow who had 2 mites, she gave what she had, and God honored that because the percentage of what she had, she gave, right? So if you have sets in your arsenal, you're going to have to give some away to get this hostess flipping going. Okay. Hands closed tightly cannot receive. If you open up your hands and you offer what you have, then you can receive. So think about in 2020, what is something that was really hard to get a hold of that everybody was panicking over, right? Toilet paper. Am I right? Okay. So think about yourself. Okay. No judgment. Okay. There's no wrong answer here. But when we had the toilet paper crisis, did you panic? Did you panic? Did you think, oh my gosh, I'm never going to be able to wipe my butt again? This is it. That was the last stroke of the booty. Or did you think, okay, they're going to make more. There's going to be another store. I'm going to get more. Did your neighbor come to your door and say, do you have any toilet paper? I haven't found any anywhere. And you've got a stockpile in the garage and you're like, nope, better try Sam's Club. Or did you say, yeah, I have some. Here's a couple rolls to hold you over. I know that I will find more. Okay. Think about that, you guys. Yes, Marquita, she some away. Okay. So my neighbor generously gave me some booty paper. And I'm telling you what, I was very, very grateful because I am not a stockpiler. I was not prepared for that. And I do shop at Sam's Club, but I was like, surely they can make more toilet paper, right? It's just toilet paper. So it all starts with the mindset. Okay. You've got to be able to realize that more will come. More will come. All right. So it's your last set of Tokyo lights. And oh my gosh, it is out of stock on the website. And you always have to have a backup Tokyo lights in your stash for an emergency. Well, guess what, girlfriend? This is an emergency because your friend calls you and this is going to be part 2. Okay. Part 1 is flipping your mindset. Part 2 is flipping the sale. Your friend calls you and she says, Megan, I have a wedding this weekend and I really need a set of Tokyo lights. Do you have a set of Tokyo lights? And you're like, yeah, I always have a set of Tokyo lights, of course, right? So what we're going to do is instead of charging her, I just realized my Zoom says that I am Lane Haskins, who is my son. This is probably left over from his virtual learning. Good thing there wasn't like a background of like a cat and a rainbow or something like squirrely like that. So what's going to happen is she's going to call you and she's going to say, oh my gosh, like I need Tokyo lights. Can I come pick them up today from your porch or whatever? And you're going to say, yeah, girl, I got you. I always have Tokyo lights on hand. You know, I keep that in stock just for you. And then she's going to say, what do I owe you? What do I owe you? Okay. Well, my friend, I know that when you go to this wedding, you're going to get some compliments, not only on your beautiful dress, but your Tokyo lights. Let's be honest, right? How about I send you some business cards? And you tell your friends about it and you see if they're interested in trying it. And if so, let's just have a party. You can, you know what? You can have this manicure for free. I'm going to give you this one because I know that your friends are going to love it too. So let's have a party. I'm going to create a little Facebook group. It'll just be for you and your friends. You're going to meet people at the wedding and they're going to love it. And she's going to say, oh my gosh, thank you. Okay, great. And I'll say, you know what, you just go enjoy the wedding this weekend. We'll set something up next week when you're done. Because she's stressed. She doesn't want to pick a date right now because she's worried about the wedding. She's getting her last minute manicure. She doesn't have time to go to the salon. So she definitely doesn't have time to open her calendar and look at when she can have a party for you, right? So we're going to say, you know what, we're just going to agree. We're going to do it. We'll figure out the details later. Just take the set. She now thinks I owe her a party. And not only is she going to think that, but it's not about owing you or doing you a favor. You have done her a favor first, right? So you have first given, you have first served your friend. So now what is she naturally going to want to do? She's naturally going to want to help you out. It's not really that she owes you, right? Because that's not a good way to do business. Is like, now you owe me a party. No, nobody likes to feel that way. So definitely do not let your friend feel that way. Okay. Okay. So those of you who might struggle with the mindset thing a little bit, maybe some new stylists on here who are just getting started. They just bought their kit. They're thinking, oh my gosh, like how long until I'm in the green? Okay. I know there's some people that are thinking that. How many sets do I need to buy and give away? Well, that's a whole nother training, but we can teach you ways to earn these for free. So you have these in your back pocket to give away at literally no investment, right, Ashlyn? Like they can have parties, they can earn these for free, and then they have them. So it seems like such a generous gift, but really like you earned it for free just for hitting your sales goals. Okay. So first of all, I want you to get out of that mindset. I know that you may have just bought the kit and that's a big investment for some of you. And you're probably thinking like, oh my gosh, but listen, what is going to be more valuable for you in the long run? The $3 commission that you're going to earn if you charge her that $12 for that Tokyo light set, and my math might be off, I just pulled that out of my brain, or potentially having a party with her and selling 300, 500, 600, 150, whatever. The sales that come from her party, not only are the sales that come from her party, but potential team members, potential new referrals, leads, new hostesses, right? New bookings. So the value of having her introduce the product to all of her friends is way more than charging her $12 for that set. So girlfriends, negotiate and get yourselves parties when someone comes to you for a set. Okay. All right. So that was number 2, flip the sale. Number 3 is flip the party. So she's agreed to have the party. It's the next week. She's got her friends there. She's got some new people that she met at the wedding. She's super excited. So we are going to show her, encourage her, ask them, and then help them overcome. Okay. So first of all, we're going to show, encourage, ask, and overcome. So we're going to show them, the host, that they can do this by having them do this. Okay. We are going to show her that you can totally do this. You know why? Because all you do is exactly what I have taught you to do during this hostess coaching. And if you guys need to catch up on the hostess coaching and stuff, all of this is in the BAM training. Ashlyn can kind of point you to that. We have a group and there's trainings within trainings, but hostess coaching is such a big part of parties. But by putting her in the driver's seat and behind the wheel and giving her the steps to do and the actions to take, giving her the verbiage on how do you invite your friends? How do you engage your friends? How do you talk to them during the party? Telling them what to expect, what you expect of them to do. It's all hostess coaching. So you can actually sit back and be like, girlfriend, you did it. You literally just did it. This is all it is. You tell people about the product. You're excited about the product. You get them to this group. And then you plug and play the party. That's it. So you can totally do it. So you've got to show her by having her do it. And then you're going to encourage her or him. Okay. So encourage them and tell them why they would be amazing at this. So what makes her or him special? What does that person have that's unique or special, or what is a gift that you see in them? And that comes with more personal development training, personality training, things like that. You guys can identify what relates to other people. But there is a place for every single person in this business. I know some of you may be introverts and it might be more challenging for you. And it might be a skill that you need to develop a little bit more when it comes to going live and public speaking, putting your hair in a side ponytail and putting yourself out there and be like, woohoo. It doesn't come naturally for everyone. I get it. Like I am a certain personality type. So it's easy for my prospects to look at me and say, I am not like that. I am not going to put myself out there like that. I do not talk to people like Megan does. So it's easy for people to say, that's not me. So what your job is to look at her or him and say, you're special and you can do this because I know other people that are like you. I know other people who are type A, or I know other people who are nurses, who are doctors, who are hairstylists, who have 15 kids and are stay-at-home moms that do this and they enjoy it and they love it. And you can too, right? It's not me, Chelsea said. It's not me. The reason why they're saying it's not me is because they have an idea of who it is in their mind. And most of the time, who it is you. So they're different than you is what they're saying. So if they're saying it's not me, you're like, well, who do you think is the mold? Because I can tell you, I kind of felt the same way because I'm like, I'm not that girl. So then I was dedicated when I started my business to not be.
I went to Target today. I was hoping to get like.
Oh, I didn't know if that was a question. I think Sierra's actually unmuted on accident. I thought she was asking me a question, but it's fine. Okay. So I made it a point not to be that girl because I knew what I didn't want to be. So when you talk to Alyssa, okay, I'm just going to call on Alyssa's because looks like she had some 80s time today. Hopefully. Yeah. Okay. She might be a little bit like me. Okay. So when you talk to Alyssa and she's like, oh no, I'm not like that. It's not for me. You can say, what makes you think that? You know, what do you have to kind of overcome uncover to overcome. And that's actually coming up soon. Okay. So you've got to encourage them first, speak into them, compliment them, tell them what you like about them. And not just like, I like your dress. It's not the girl. It's not the dress. It's the girl in the dress, right? When you compliment her, I like your style, you know, not I like your dress. Where'd you get it? Like, oh my gosh, you have such good style. Where do you find such awesome dresses? Do you see what I did there? There's such a big difference in just the verbiage of that. Like, oh my gosh, I like your dress. Like, where can I get one like that? No, like you have good style. Where do you shop? Where do you find such good stuff? You know, so you're really complimenting her on the ability to do that, right? Okay. So then ask, show, encourage, and ask. We're going to ask if they can see themselves earning some cash, earning some free nails. What do you want? What are your goals in life? Where do you see yourself in 5 years? What do you want to do with with your time at home with your kids, like, do you want to sustain that? Do you want to keep staying home with your kids? Do you want to go back to work? Maybe you miss connection. Maybe you quit your job to stay home with your kids, but now you hate it because you're like, man, I really miss talking to my girlfriends at work. Everyone's different. You've got to ask questions to uncover what's going to relate to them. And then we're going to overcome. We're going to help ease their fears, challenges by leading with the challenge. Okay. And this is because you're going to do a little bit of homework, a little bit of Facebook stalking. Don't judge me, Linda. You all do it. And if you don't, you should, because that's how you connect to people a little bit. Is it Dido? Did I say your name right? I'm sorry, probably botched it. Okay. He's like, a little bit. Yeah. Dido, sorry. A little bit, because you know what? That's your job. And you know what? If they're putting it out there for the whole world to see, they want you to see it. Am I right? It's not stalking. Stalking is if you're peeping in their window. If they put it on the internet, it's public knowledge. Okay. So you're going to do a little research. You're going to go look in and you're going to say, oh my gosh. Okay. So you're talking to Linda. We're going to go back to Linda. I don't know where I got Linda. Nobody's even named Linda on here that I can see. We're going to go back to Linda. Oh, Linda, I know. I saw that you're moving. By the way, congratulations on the new house. I know this must be such a busy time for you, but I promise my parties only last about 30 minutes. It'll only take you probably about 30 minutes to an hour one night when you're sitting in bed, scrolling Facebook, send a few messages out and get your friends there. It'll be over. I'll help you do the follow-up, and that's it. It's really quick. It's really simple. Because you know she's moving. You can see the obstacle coming. Not a good time. It's not a good time, Megan. I'm in the middle of a move, and you guys know how stressful moving can be. It's not a good time. So you're like, look, I know you're moving, but we can totally still do this. So you kind of lead with the obstacle. Like, I understand where you're coming from, but it'll still work. Okay. And then number 4, lastly, hopefully I haven't talked too long. Make it happen. Okay. So you've talked to her, you've overcome, you've asked her, you've really identified with her, but now you're going to set a goal. You're going to show her, set a goal. Your party goal is $300. Okay. $300 is great. It means if you do decide to become a stylist, you will immediately bonus qualify. It'll mean that you've beat the box, which means you've hit your first baby goal before you've even gotten your kit in the mail, so that you can move on with your other parties for the rest of the month. You can hit, I don't know if you guys talk about Combo Club, you can hit $1,000, you can hit $1,200. You can go on and hit enhanced commissions. Okay, so let me show you that you can do $300 in just one party. Because a lot of times when people are really analyzing, they're like, $300 a month. Oh my gosh, I don't know if I can do that. Sounds like a lot. You're like, you guys, this is so easy to sell. So easy to sell. It's nail polish. Let me show you how easy it is to sell, and then help her sell it. So $300 is her first goal. You're going to collect the orders for her. Okay. You guys, once you post that shopping link, there is no going back. So you better be darn sure that that door is shut and locked tight, and there is absolutely no way in Hades that that person is going to join your team before you put that shopping link out. Okay? It's easy to do. It's very easy to do, because you're like, oh, here it is. Go get it. Put it in your messenger. Come and get it. Shop, shop, shop. Go, go, go. What's harder is sharing an album of pictures and messaging each person and asking them, hey, I saw you liked this one. Did you want me to grab one? Okay, they're buy 3, get 1 free. Go get 3 more. Send me your list. Following up, getting the orders, writing them down, invoicing them. That's what you have to do if you want to Hostess flip, and it is more work. So you've got to take their orders or their wish list, write it all down, and then you're going to add it all up at the end and tell her, oh my gosh, Linda, your party got to not only $300, $400. So if you were to join right now, if you were to get your kit right now, it's Monday. It's a Monday night, right? You're going to get paid on Thursday. In just like 4 days, you're going to get your first paycheck. And guess how much your paycheck's going to be? Like $65, $70 already. So not only have you done the math for her, you've totally made it happen. There's no, well, hello. Angelique, come here. Look at her. Here's Angelique Hicks, everybody.
It's so bright. You need some shades. Did you just go from dark to bright?
I was fine in the dark.
Hi, Jenna. Hi, Ash. I don't know if she's in there, but hi, Ash.
She's right there.
Oh, hi, Ash. I just came up to check on Megan. Sorry.
She came up to check on me and decided I needed a little more light. So thank you. So anyway, that's it, you guys. She came up just for the finale to light it up. But
oh yeah, girl.
So you made it happen. So you've done the math and you've shown her, like, first of all, you can do it. Second of all, look, all your friends showed up for you. They love it. You're gonna get repeat hostess. You're gonna get new hostesses from all these orders. You're gonna get potential stylists because your friends who have never tried it, it's going to blow their mind and they're going to want to do it with you because it's so much more fun to do it with your friends. So that's pretty much it. That is it for the hostess flipping. Okay. Start with the mindset. Then you flip the sale to a party, the party to a stylist. And then you've got to make it happen by really, everybody's different, but sometimes you really got to lay it out for them and show them the money. Show me the money, like Jerry Maguire. Ashlyn, if you want, I can open it for questions or we can take questions later. I'm not sure how much longer you have here.
Does anyone have questions? We promote the BAM group in our team page quite a bit so they can find any of this really.
Go ahead.
So search BAM, B-A-M in TPU. And just I have a quick question. How important would you say parties are, Megan?
I will tell you that your business will die and be buried 6 feet under if you stop doing parties. I know from experience, and I'm telling you guys, like, it is really hard to get back on the horse. If you decide, you know what, I'm going to take a break. I don't want to do any parties this month. Like, I'm just going to sell to my VIP group and then hope that I can get some next month. You lose momentum. And it is harder. It's harder than starting over from the beginning, but it's possible. So if you guys are there right now where you're like, man, I haven't had a party in a while. I've really been living off my VIP group. It's fine. But you've got to start convincing them to host parties for you so that you can grow your network.
So true. Thank you so much. If you have any questions specifically that you can't find in the BAM group or just a follow up to something specific and Megan said, let me know and I can get that answered for you. But thank you so much for coming on, especially, you know, you had all those other Zooms going on tonight and you're at Angelique's house.
It's been fun. We're going to go have more fun.
I do appreciate that you were like in theme for the release on Wednesday. That's nice. I like it. Thank you. Thank you, Megan. All right, Jenna.
All right, I will make it quick because we're already at like 40 minutes. So super quick. I just wanted to, well, two things actually. I just shared the BAM party plan in TPU. So it should be right at the top. If some of you are like, what are we talking about? I reshared it. So it's in the team page now. Again, it's also under our nail bar unit or guides. I think it's called guides now. But I wanted to talk about one strategy and how I did my $10 sale in my VIP group last month to sell 120 retired and limited edition sets. And you'll notice, or I noticed that like Jody went live and talked about how she did it in her group and somebody else posted how she did it in her group. And I'm going to talk about how I did it in my group. And guess what, guys, they're all different because there's no right answer. Right? There's no right answer. So you have to do what works for you. Take a little bit of this and tweak it. Take a little bit of this and tweak it and figure it out. But don't do sales as in discount of the product. too often because you're going to water down the product. So I'll start by saying that I typically only do $10 sales, like big blowout sales, twice a year when we get a new catalog. So I can do it in the spring and I do it in the fall, and that's it. Will I run other incentives here and there throughout the year? Yes, of course. But the only time I do like $10 blowout, everything's available, is twice a year at those times. So what I did this time around is I was sitting on quite a bit of retired and limited edition inventory from the COVID panic purchasing, right? Y'all feel me on like COVID panic purchasing? We all kind of went through that a little bit, I think. And so, I had been selling it, but I still had like too many. And I was at the point where I either buy another storage bin, I have 4 already, or I need to clear some room. So I was very transparent with my VIP group, and I took a picture of my corner and I said, here's the deal. I don't want to have to buy another storage bin. I want to, my excess is your win. So I just called it spring cleaning for them and said, here's the deal. I need more room. So I'm going to do a blowout sale. And I pulled my group. Give your group some ownership over how you do things. That's one of my big tips. So I asked them, do you want a live sale? Because I hadn't done a live sale in a while. Or do you want an album? Or do you want to just shop my Yumi Who? Right? So you can do it a couple of different ways. And so I left the poll open for a while, and it was landslide. They voted an album sale because most of my people are moms. Most of them are working moms. So it's just easier for them to shop at their convenience in an album. And I really talked that up versus Yumi Who, and here's why. Yumi Who is super easy, right? You just go in, they click, whatever, you don't have to do much, you get an email. But it doesn't help your algorithm any. So if you're putting your pictures in an album and asking people to comment to claim, which is what I ultimately ended up doing, every time they comment on a picture, it gets bumped into the news feed, right, of your group. So people are scrolling and all of a sudden they see like sets are being sold. And a little bit of FOMO kicks in that like, shoot, if I don't comment on this set of Capital Light, she said she only has 2. One of them just sold because I saw it on my news feed. I better comment on her. I'm going to miss out forever, right? Because it's a limited edition, retired. I'm not getting them anymore. Buy now or say bye-bye. So that's one reason why I did the album. And that comes straight from the Black Friday, what's her name? Monica Arst. That's what she does for all of her sales as well. And so I've been using that a little bit if I do little pockets of sales. Put it in an album because it increases your algorithm and people see it. I actually got a comment from a stylist in my group and she's like, girl, my newsfeed is nothing but your sale. Like, how many sets are you selling? Which, I didn't lose anybody out of my VIP group from seeing so much because I wasn't posting. It was just the algorithm was like, oh, the stuff in this group is important. Let's show it to more people. So I took actual photographs of my sets. You can do 2 different ways. You can go to the nail free group and find nail fees, or you can use some of those. Sorry, my cats are fighting next to me. The collage pictures that are out there. For me, it's just a time saver. That's why I did it. It's just a time saver for me to, instead of spending hours trying to find graphics or nail fees or whatever to go with what I have, I just take pictures of it. It's just easier. So make sure you take a really nice picture. Make sure it's not too dark. Make sure there's not like dog hair on the set. I have to always be careful of that in my house. If your thumb is in it, make sure your manicure on your thumb looks nice, or crop your thumb out of it if you need a little cuticle oil. Like, be mindful of how you're presenting the products, and then just throw it in an album. I did mine for 48 hours, $10, no limits. And this is exactly what I said in the graphic. $10, no limits, buy as many as you want, but no buy 3 get 1 free, and tax and shipping is extra. Right? So here's the thing with that. They can buy 8 sets if they want. It's going to cost them $80. Buy 3, get 1 free, 8 sets is about $80. If they did that, it's not actually a sale, but people don't math, right? I've said that a couple of times. People don't math. And so even if they buy like one or two, sure, they're getting a discount, but the next person who buys one or two, you just sold 4 sets for $40, right? So every 4 sets that you sell, these cats are driving me crazy. Hang on. Every 4 sets that you sell, it's literally not a discount. It's actually a little bit more money, right? Because the most expensive thing that we can do is $39. So we're spending $1 more. It's not a lot more, but it's more, right? It's not actually a sale. So I like to do those sneaky sales, right? Kohl's is really good at that. Buy one, get one half is the same as buy 3, get 1 free. It's the same sale. But it's just in the way that you present it. So that's what I wanted to say. 48 hours. So they knew that if they didn't comment in 48 hours, they were going away. They were going back to full price. They were going in my vault. I kind of did a mix of, sets that I have a lot of. I did put them back on my Yumi Who, but sets that are really popular, like only in Vegas, if it didn't sell, it went into my vault to be pulled out later down the road to do in a bundle or use it as an incentive or whatever. So, the big tips, I'm trying to talk fast because we're at 45 minutes and I don't want to waste your evening, but, give your group some ownership, let them have some insight in how you're going to do your sale. Even if you kind of know, you can kind of word it or guide the post or the comments towards how you want it to go. Either take your own pictures or find nail fees or however you want to do it. But then I put it in an album because it's going to help my interaction. And then at the end of the sale, I can just delete the album, right? They all go away and you don't have somebody coming back later being like, hey, can I get that set for $10? Because that album's still there. You can just delete the whole dang thing. And then it's gone. So, and always charge, I charge shipping because I was shipping. My sale was $10 sets. My sale was not free shipping. If you're going to combine the two, you're going to eat into your profit. So just think like a business owner now, because you are a business owner, right? So that's my tidbit on that. We keep having people join still. So does anybody have any questions? There's tons and tons of different ways to do sales. That's how I did mine. And it worked. I sold like $1,200 worth of, I told you I had a lot, like $1,200 worth of retired and limited edition stuff that's now gone. So
that's awesome. I need to do one of those. I took a poll as well and my people wanted $10 sets. So I just need to make the time to do it and make the time to then invoice everyone and pack everything up to ship. I bet that took you a while.
Yeah, I stayed up. Well, I actually did really good. Focus is my thing. You can do something unfocused that'll take you 3 hours. You can focus really hard and get it done in 30 minutes, right? So I was really focused. I threw my phone away and I got it all out in like one evening so that I could just be done with it instead of having it still lingering on my to-do list. It was really nice to just be like, oh, done. And then the money was there. So
yeah, that's awesome.
Oh, spin the wheel. That's a fun one too. I've seen a lot of people do spin the wheel.
My spin the wheel didn't go very well either, Megan. And then it could be partially that they're just not used to it too. If it's a new thing, then they might not understand how fun it is.
I think something to keep in mind too is what is the general demographic of your VIP, right? So like for me, it would be really hard for me to sit and be able to watch an hour-long live just because of the kids or whatever. So for me personally, if I was shopping, an album is way easier. But if I wanted just to watch an application or sort of like be mindful of what the purpose of your live is, live sales can go a really long time, right? So if you intend for it to go a long time, I would forewarn them so that, husband's doing the kids tonight, get your glass of wine. Like this could be an all-nighter, like whatever. So that they know what they're getting into. Yeah.
Love it.
All right. I'm gonna stop the recording and then we can do just general Q&A and you guys can stay on or hop off. We have a couple more trainings that will just be in the general team page coming up. I know Chelsea's still on. She's going to do one for us coming up This is going to serve as your reminder too, Chelsea, on vendor events, because vendor events season is coming, and I've seen a couple things in the team page just to, so we're just doing like a vendor group reminder, policy, procedures, best practices, things like that. So Chelsea's going to do that in the team page coming up. So we'll just keep an eye out for that one too. All right, I'm going to end recording somewhere. Oh, there it is.